in a scientifically gathered poll done behind your back about who the 2 best members of Squad Chaos are, which 2 members of Squad Chaos got the most votes?
Well, you can stick your modesty up your arse, and I'm going to say obviously I'd become number 1 as founding member.
Right.
And I probably think the nicest member of Squad Chaos. There's a lot. The other 2 captains are fantastic. Widram, who is he organises all the donations for our wonderful auction.
Now,
Up there.
You've not mentioned any of them. I'll give you a clue. The scientifically gathered poll was sponsored by the Tier 3 podcast.
Oh, yeah, it'd probably be Jay and Beard.
Correct!
Yeah.
I had a bit of an ask around and said, has anyone got any questions? And apparently they've held a number of polls. Now, another question.
Yeah.
In a scientifically gathered poll, sponsored by Tier 3 podcast, they asked which is the best Blood Bowl podcast out there today.
Well, it is absolutely, without doubt, not the Squad Chaos podcast, because we're universally everybody's second favourite Blood Bowl podcast, which is their tagline.
Yeah.
So it would have to be, again, I'm torn between Tier 3 and... Oh, Tier 3. So, yeah.
Correct!
Yeah.
That one's for you, Jay and Beard. Anyone would think that you might not have held the surveys, but never mind.
You want to ask them how to take a tent down? Because we watched them take a tent down for 30 minutes at Thrud last year.
Is this the tent of tea?
Yes.
Losers, the pair of you. Right, that's the next survey. Now, this is the scene.
Sex tape.
This is the scene. You're in Games Workshop's headquarters.
Do I owe any money for that? Thanks, buddy.
You're in Games Workshop's headquarters. They've got a Blood Bowl team display of solid gold teams, and you've only got time to smuggle one of them out in your prison wallet. Which team would you insert in your anus? And I'll give you a clue. It's not Snotlings, because although they're small, those pump wagons hurt.
It wouldn't be calling too many spikes. Rather weirdly, I suspect, being a goblin coach, I'd have to go with halflings because they're round and would fit up easier, a bit like sex beads.
We'll allow it. Halflings without deep root.
Obvious.
Those branches. Apparently, if you turn him upside down, it's fine going in, but really bad getting him out again. Now, you arrange a friendly at your local club. It's 1,000 points. You don't know what your opposition's going to play. What team could it get out of his case that would make you think, oh, for nuffle's sake? What do you not like playing against?
Being a goblin coach, Chaos Dwarves are my worst opponents.
Agreed. Being this old, Chaos Dwarves, there's too much to think about.
Yeah.
Too much tackle.
Yeah. You can't deal with the Bull Centaurs, they're ridiculous, and their worst player has got one more strength than you, and he doesn't have stunting. So yeah, Chaos Dwarves are a nightmare for goblin coaches.
You heard it here first, we actually agree on something, because the fact that Glow keeps saying this is a sex tape, I think the battery could run out before that part. Right, so, do you play Blood Bowl online?
Yes.
Or are you looking forward to Blood Bowl 3?
You too, did it?
Oh, he hesitated! There it is! He hesitated! I knew he would.
It's a sex tape.
It's It's not a sex tape.
It's definitely a sex tape.
He's not paid enough for it to be enough for it to be a sex
normal
tape.
pickups.
Says the man in the skirt.
I'm looking forward to Blood Bowl 3. I don't understand why they didn't just update the rules for Blood Bowl 2 and reskin it.
Yeah.
The platform was there, the engine wasn't perfect, but it was good. I saw the beta for Blood Bowl 3, which was more like an alpha.
Horrendous.
It was an absolute car crash. Let's be fair about this. I'm not a coder, I'm not anyway computer literate, but it was an absolute car crash. I only hope that when they do Blood Bowl 3, we get star players. We don't just get the same chainsaw for every chainsaw in the game.
Yeah, because in the beta as well, there was no undead in any of it.
That's not nothing.
Steady.
That's not nothing.
Because when I'm used to having my arse handed to me as Snotlings, I do go to Shambling Undead, get my arse handed to me as Shambling Undead.
And then go back to Scotland.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what his Nuffle name is, but I've got a mate called Pete. And I played him in a playoff recently, my Undead, against his Undead.
Okay.
And I looked at his Undead team and thought, why the hell have you got 4 ghouls? And then he handed his ass to me.
And then he showed you why he had 4 goals.
Yeah, exactly. It's not good. Right, so, quick fire round. If these famous real life figures were playing Blood Bowl, what sort of team would they play? Barack Obama,
Amazons, because it's all about equality.
Mother Teresa,
Shambling Undead.
Einstein,
Go, go.
Chewbacca,
Oh, it's going to be Chaos.
Boris Becker.
Never heard of him.
No, that's 0 out of 5. Barack Obama is Orcs, Mother Teresa is Orcs, Einstein is Orcs, Chewbacca is Orcs, and Boris Becker is bloody fling coach, because what he'd do is just take linemen, keep the cash, hide it, go to prison.
Yep.
Bastard. Never liked him, never liked fling coaches. Right, so let's have a look at what else we've got. I'm all over the place. So, oh, I was going to talk about a disclaimer. At least 2 questions involve putting Blood Bowl figures in your back passage. So, are you fine with that?
Well,
Sorry, I've been asked the questions rather than this turning into a sex tape.
it's going to be a sex tape.
It's not going to be a sex tape.
Definitely a sex tape. Yes, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Right, now, there's somebody from the Blood Bowl Anyone podcast who is obsessed that the greatest skill in the game is Fumble Rooski.
Okay.
If you're a Skaven coach. Bullshit or not?
Absolute bullshit. Like, Skaven need any skills. Skaven shouldn't be allowed any additional skills, simple as.
I've asked, Cow Daddy. I've asked. Now,
Sex tape.
it's not a sex tape. It's a hugging tape with tongues. Right, it's going horrendously bad.
It's going very well.
Now, I just want one name of a player. Who do you enjoy beating more than anyone else? At Blood Bowl, rather than with Rounders bats.
Nazgob.
Nazgob?
Nazgob.
Why?
Because he's a halfling coach. Filth.
And how is your win-loss record against him?
Oh, he genuinely destroys me just about every time we ever play, but that's never going to stop me from wanting to beat him.
Now, I'm not flirting with Glow here, but mine is Scumbag, who is a fling coach, and he keeps handing my arse to me as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I spent it all on Blood Bowl and booze.
It's just like that. Oh, my team's worth 400. Let's have Zug, Deep Root, and my missus on the pitch as well.
Without a chef, you're nothing. Nothing.
Without a bloody chef, you'd go
nothing.
down. Not a thing. Yes, Snotlings get cheap bribes, but that's got nothing to do with it.
Don't mind him.
Yeah, chefs. Because being below average, without a chef,
You're
I'm
buggered.
scuppered.
Yeah, your secret weapons fail to operate. Your trolls are just thick all the time. Yeah.
You chef-using bastards. Never liked Flings, never will. Right. So, I'm shit at being an orc coach.
Okay.
Give me some advice.
Play goblins.
Right. So I've actually written down, help me, please, do I need to throw a troll? But I do have a goblin team, so maybe my collection of orc teams that go from my painted pile, more of them are in my pile of shame.
Tournament or league?
League.
League, I would take a thrower in a league.
Right.
In a tournament, I'd take sure hands on a blitzer. You don't need a thrower, and you're arm and 9 across the board.
That's quite sensible. Thank you very much for that. Now,
Ooh, chavo. Chavo.
now, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. It's not a sex tape. I'm going to have to get.
Definitely a sex tape.
I'm going to have to get the Yeti, the Yeti,
Yahuta,
and the half out of my anus before I speak to anyone else.
I can
But
help with that.
he can help, but I've brought some. I can't believe it's not butter. Oh God, it's all kicking off. I think there's a fire going on. It's been a pleasure, Glow.
Absolute pleasure.
Absolutely. And if he stops talking about a sex tape, maybe I can make an honest living just
Definitely a sex tape.
pissing on the shoes of fling coaches. Thank you very much.
And you, sir. Can we hug?
We can.
Oh, well, no.